Currently, when I go out to Web 105 Student, I see every directory here. If I had an index page, which is a special name for a web page that will make it open by default when you go to that directory, it would actually help organize this and have links to the different chapters and allow you to have some control over how it looked. We're going to do that today. We're doing just a basic one. If you want to go further and style it with CSS, that's great. Go right ahead, but you don't have to for today. So I'm going to walk you through creating it. I'm going to go ahead and open up Visual Studio Code, and then I'm going to open the correct folder. I've been working in the JavaScript class, not this one. So we'll open up the Web 105 folder. And in here, I have the initial one in Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. You should have more done than that. This is just where I'm going to start. I'm going to create a new file, and it's going to be at the top level, and it needs to be index.html, and it has to be lowercase I. And so this is going to create our main file that's going to link to everything else. And I'm going to put in that basic framework for my file, exclamation point tab. You should put in a title. So this is going to be Web 105 homework. And I can leave everything else the way that it is. In the body, I'm going to do an H1 tag, and it will be student name. That should be your name, and you can just use your first name. You don't have to have your full name. Web 105 work, and then I'm going to add links. Now you can do this in multiple different ways, but I'm just going to use Emmet to make this as simple and straightforward as possible. So the code for link is A, and I want 3 of them because I have 3 things to link to. So I'm going to do A times 3 and hit tab, and that'll put in my basic format for a link. So my first link is into initial and index.html. That should not be that way. I was just putting this in as a dummy page because it's actually blank. And this should be so you can have a description of it here. That'll be the link, and then the next one here will be to chapter 3, and I can actually click here and I can find the page, and I can do chapter 3, and then I can start with chapter 4, and I want to put in the link here is chapter 4, and you'll notice these are linking into my lower levels. So now I can save this, and I could test it just by going to Web 105 here and opening up index and eeny meeny miny Chrome. Okay, so I don't like the way these are being done. All right, so what should I have done differently? Well, I should have put each one nested in paragraph tags. So what I should have done was done P containing A times 3, and that would have nested everything. But since I've already got it retyped and I don't want to redo it, I'm just going to add paragraph tags at the beginning and end here. And then I can take this one, and that all looks right. And I don't have any errors. Okay, so it doesn't have any styling here, but this should take us, that's just going to be a blank page. Chapter 3, that's fine. Chapter 4. Ooh, I didn't put that all the way through. Always test your work. So chapter 4 should have gone to a page. And I'm trying to show you the most common errors. So I should go into chapter 4. And I'll link to the links page. And then you'll have to reload it. And that works. Okay, so then you're going to have to go out to FileZilla. I've already got it open here. I can refresh everything. That should show that I have index. Drop it up here. And now, when I go back to my website, I can refresh this. And now that is here, and I can link to each of those pages, except I fixed the name on that one. So I need to re-upload that in FileZilla. And I can just drop that back over here. Get rid of the old one. And test, test, test. You got to test everything that you do. Refresh, test. And that is a blank page. Chapter 3 should work, and chapter 4 should work. And you'll do that for all of your links, and you should make sure to test them all just like I did. And then you will hand in the link to the index page, and you'll notice that since it's named index, it doesn't appear in the path here. But if I were to go to index.html, it would be the same link, because index is like a magic word. When we go to the directory, if there's an index HTML file, it will open automatically. So go ahead and get that done. Again, styling it is optional at this point, but I do want your at least first name on it and a link to each of your assignments. And you should be keeping this up to date throughout the semester.